Alright, what is up? What is up? Welcome back to another day in the market. Now, now we are gonna be drilling on in the market, right? We're gonna be doing some drills, trying to improve our reading of the order flow, trying to improve all these kind of stuff, right? So yeah, that's what we are gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. See how we you know, try to better ourselves every day, right? That's what we do as traders. And that's what we should do. So let me hop on Tradeovate real quick and then I'll show you my screen. Go to Tradeovate, go to market replay and now there's a thing that we need to do. We need to one moment. Anyways, so we want to see is we need to review some datas, right? We need to review some datas, and also we need to just be able to drill in the market, right? Get better and improve some skills. That's it. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan, my friend. Now, as you can see on my screen, what I want to do is go through past week's data, right? Go through past week's data. No, so let's go to past Monday. Past Monday. And I want to see this top. This top. Uh, let's do an ATIS. Let's do an ATIS because we can see footprints and everything. So let's do an ATIS. And times I want to see market moving is these times. I'm more of interested in 9:38. 9:38 a.m. All right. So what actually happened at 9:38 a.m. that led the market to go higher, right? That's what I'm interested in. So I'll try to see that and you know, that's what we want to see, all right? That's what we want to see. Go and watch around 9:38. See if I have some chats going on. Now, let's go on ATIS. I think ATIS is more better for backtesting, right? Let's go on ATIS. Let's go on let's close this connection. Now let's go to replay, home, replay, connect replay, template type, text and level 2. Alright. So what was the date for last week? Or the date for last week's Monday? was July 26th. Let's watch from 9:30 a.m. July 26th, 9:30. All right. I mean June 26th, 9:30. June 26th, 9:30. June 26, 2026. Let's do 9 20 20 a.m. to July July 5. No, it's to July 6. It's to July 6, 2026. 9:20 p.m. Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's just watch ES and let's go on. All right. So we're gonna be practicing like crazy, putting the repetitions. Have to right. So that's the last week we're planning to do right now. All right. So let's just do last week. Now let's watch how this heat map is flowing. 2120, 2120. Let's put this replay bar around this chart. Let's just put it up there so that it's a little easier. Easier to operate. Increase the speed. That's too much. 5 times. Let's do 10 times the speed. Now what happened? Uh, I think. What do you think? You think this this kind of bubble is better, or probably the other one, right? Oh, you can draw too. Damn. Bubbles. Fill dominant. Calculate volume. Delta. Volume. Delta. Volume. Delta. I think. I think. Delta is probably better, right? Delta is probably better. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask Claude. All right. Uh, that's why Fable is so super good. That's why Fable, this new model is super good. Man, this Sonnet 5, if you use Claude, then Sonnet 5 is like fucked up. Just uses more tokens for less performance. So cutoff percent lower is How much it says is 35. Let's try 35. And what's the other settings? Leave it 35. Size 25. Leave it down. Clustering down from 3.0. So let's do 2.0. Let's see. Clustering 2.0. 2.0. And then calculate delta, fill them everything exactly as you have it. So you chill really changing two things: lower cutoff to 35 and clustering to 2.0. Everything else is your chart. Lower cutoff on the biggest improvement. It kills the background noise for that the actual liquidity walls. All right. So that means we're just removing the noise, right? Just taking out the noise. All right. Now let's continue with our backtesting. Let's get it. All right. Let's get after it. 3D mode. What does 3D mode do? Damn. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? 3D mode, huh? Looks good, but might be too much on our graphics card, right? Might be too much. All right, so we had some passive sellers which got completely absorbed, and so we're seeing some more aggressive buyers in the market. So the amount of buyers compared to sellers are really high in this place, right? They're more dominant, basically. So, um, I know you cannot see the footprint chart, but I have a footprint chart open here just in case, because combining both of these is the actual way to go. That's why we got the ADAS instead of Bookmap. We used to use Bookmap before, because you can do more things with ADAS. I can replay like this with ADAS, which is not possible with Bookmap. So in that case, ADAS is more better than Bookmap in my opinion. All right, and the data is same and it's more. It's a little bit more expensive ADAS, but it's worth it. All right, it has more things you can do. So some aggressive sellers coming in. Now, what do we see is we are somewhere around value area low after session, right? We're somewhere around value area low. We are outside the value. And I see a lot of passive sellers. I mean, I see a lot of passive buyers in the market, but nothing too big, nothing too much too extreme, right? Unless we go down here, nothing too extreme. We see some aggressive sellers trying to push the market lower, trying to push more lower. And on the footprint chart, I see is some imbalance, some selling imbalance coming in, selling imbalance, a lot of selling imbalance, and a lot of selling imbalance getting retested, right? Selling imbalance coming in and selling imbalance getting retested. So till now, sellers are really dominant, right? Sellers are really dominant. Now, what changes the flow of the market to take it higher, right? What did what made the market change its direction completely for the whole day? That is that is an interesting thing to see. That is what we need to consider, right? So that's it. It's all about repetition. It's all about putting in the time. So that's what we're trying to do. So what made market change the direction completely? We're trying to figure out. Now, when I look at the footprint chart right around this point, you see how this big delta seller got absorbed completely, right with this big passive buyer, right? And we see some aggressive buyers coming in, another retest, higher high, another one, again one, another higher high. Let's see, higher high, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low. If it makes a higher high and another higher low, then you can consider it to take a long. If it breaks these highs and if it breaks these highs and makes another higher low, then you can consider to take it higher, right? But till now, we'll probably hold on our entry because it's kind of choppy, so it's not worth it to take a trade, right? And you see the dominance of these sellers, and after the dominance of these sellers, you cannot expect to this market to turn around, right? So, anyways, we see some coming in, see some passive buyers down here. A lot of passive buyers, actually. A lot of passive buyers. Compare them to sellers. Compare these to sellers, right? Let me let me explain you more clearly, if you know what I'm saying. Now, just watch these sellers. They're like stacked up, but they're stacked up in a D profile, something like that, right? D profile, or you could say a P profile, right? Higher up there and smaller down there, right? But look at the buyers. You can visibly see how aggressive these buyers. I mean, they're passive buyers, but how big of the order they have right there sitting in the market, right? Now it might come down to here, and it might come down to here, or it might even come down to here. But see how much the buyers are willing to pay. A lot, right? And the nearest liquidity is up here, so it makes more sense for the market to fill in these liquidities and go up to that bigger liquidity, right? So that's the bias we said, that's the context we put out, and you know, it's all about the context you put out. Now more aggressive buyers coming in. I mean, more aggressive sellers coming in, and as you can see, these buyers don't mean shit right now, right? Buyers have no chance in the market. Even if these buyers come in, they get come pushed down. Even if some buyers come in, they get pushed down, right? So basically, we're watching the raw version of the tape, right? Think I think to make this setup better, think one moment. Maybe we might be able to take out this thing, right? Switch it and maybe put it here. What do you say? What do you say, guys? What do you say? Let's open heat map and let's open this shit right around here. Maybe we can put it here. It's like this. Make it super small, right? Or yeah, make it super small, more smaller, more smaller, more smaller. Yeah, that's think that's a perfect size. Yeah, this one's think that's a perfect size. And what do you say? Now we can see is 75.43 at 22.40. 75.43 at 22.40. Getting completely, the sellers came in and 23.40, but no reaction, right? Now, right from here, we can see, although these big sellers come in, we see no reaction. We see they're getting completely absorbed tick by tick, right? Tick by tick is the thing to consider. Is the thing to keep in mind. When I'm saying tick by tick, 34 contracts came in, but it didn't even move a tick, right? It did not even move a tick. That means there's some big players sitting up there completely taking in these orders, right? They're taking in these orders and they want to take the market higher. So right from around hit this point, we can see. Also, we can watch these volumes, right? Watch these volumes. Let's watch here. 87 contracts came in, right? And they got completely eaten tick by tick right around this point. 87, 18, 14, right? 36, 16, 27, 13, right? No reaction. Just came in, up, and just like this. Now, this we can watch for these big volume areas, right? Watch for these big volume areas. Right around this point, volume is going up, volume is increasing as it goes down, but no reaction. We came up and completely took out these almost about to take out these highs, right? So let me play it a little bit. So we took this eye, right? Volume. The main thing is volume. That's why I'm telling you it's an important thing. It's a really important thing in the market. If volume doesn't align with your price, then you really have to consider your trade. And then you really have to consider the market, right? So the sellers came in down there, but the passive buyers took in the orders, right? See, heat map, I'm gonna watch this shit so much this coming month and this coming year. I'm gonna watch this like a motherfucker, you know? I'm gonna grind and heat map so much that I can fucking predict the market like this. I'm gonna put in so much hours. You know, if you know what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna watch this shit so much that I can, some if you're doing something for a long enough time, then you can actually develop some kind of a sixth sense in that thing, in that particular thing, right? I mean, if you have done something for a long enough time, then you'll probably understand what I'm saying. Like I used to play a game, and I played that game so much that I could predict where the enemy is gonna be, or where is it where is it gonna pop off out of from, and how is it gonna move and everything. So there's a certain pattern, and if you put in enough time, then you can actually predict the pattern. So heat map, I'm gonna fucking grind so much. If you know what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna grind like a motherfucker until I can master it. So I gotta put in hours of watching this shit. Alright? Hours. Hundreds of hours, thousands of hours, doesn't matter. Just gonna put in the time, right? Now, right when this big passive buyer came in, market turned around a little bit. Let's increase the speed. Came down. Now he's just gonna break this high. He's just gonna break this high. think it's a little too small. All right, this is perfect size. Came in, came down, came down. So these passive buyers couldn't hold to either, right? But these passive sellers starting to pull out, and these passive buyers starting to get aggressive. See how their move is starting to turn around, right? Now, if I was trading here, then I would probably take my entry when it comes down and or when it breaks one of the highs, right? I'll probably take my entry around this point. I'm good enough with this entry. Probably put my stop loss a little bit down because you know how this market can move, right? How this market can just turn around. Probably put a wide stop and just let the trade run. Yeah. If I could put my stop loss down here, then that's enough too. Chop, chop, chop. Came down, right? Now, is it the turning point of the market, or is it just the same thing? Yeah, there's more buyer than sellers, more buyer than sellers, almost same amount, more buyer than sellers. So if I had taken my entry here, then I would be up couple, almost 10 points from around this point, let's say 75.52 to 75.62. So almost 10 point, we'll be up almost 10 point, right? What's up, chat? What's up? What's up? If you're watching, then don't forget to leave a chat. Don't forget to leave a message. I know you're an aspiring trader, so don't forget to leave a message, right? Yes, sir. Now. Adapt to big trades. Why is it not running? So maybe we are watching from 9:20 p.m. Let's watch from 9:20 a.m. now. Oh. So for ticks and DOM level 2 should not exceed 2 days. Ticks and generator best price bid and ask. Is that so? So we cannot watch from July 6th, 9:20 a.m. to July 5th, 9:20 a.m. to maybe we can watch from July 6th to July 7th. What do you say? Let's try. Damn, what the hell? Alright, 9:25. So this is from yesterday, Monday, right? And Monday was a losing day. So now we gotta watch what we could have done, right? What could have been done to make it better? Let's just watch. Let's do 5x. 2x is too slow. Let's do 5x. Let's watch the tape at 5 times. Also the order flow. Now, as soon as market is about to open around this point, right? And already we can see some passive sellers stepping in the market, right? Some passive sellers stepping in. Now a lot of buyers came in right around market open. See some sellers come in, but still the buyers were dominant, really dominant buyers, right? So right from the beginning, buyers were really strong, as you can see. But sellers came in a little bit, buyers still dominant, right? Price yeah. So buyers are still dominant in the market, right? See all the algos and all the bots going off. Let me sit back and watch a little bit. So what's up? We're just watching the order flow from last day, trying to figure out what happened in the market. Cause we lost fucking money yesterday. So we're just trying to see what we could have done to prevent the loss, right?
Order filled.
Oh, so if we had taken a short around that point, then we would have been in profit like this. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting day, right? That's why we gotta back this and watch market replays. So we would have gotten gotten stopped out regardless. But we would have come up, down, and came down to this value area high again. And this POC again, right? So alright. That's fine. Let's close this replay now and then stop this replay. Close replay. Alright, so replay is turned off. Now it's time for live trading. It's time for live trading. Yes, sir. See so many things in the market. Alright, so we are at the value area high. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening in the market. So previous days, let's remove all these drawings. So yesterday was a training day, I would say. We came down to this value area low from yesterday, and this demand zone, you could say, this demand zone from yesterday, and tapped into it, went higher, right? So we do expect market to go higher, but we gotta wait and watch at this value area high, what happens, right? Now we don't see too many passive sellers in the market, passive buyers in the market. We see some passive sellers, but it's not too big. 58, and we're seeing some aggressive buyers at the top of this range. So still we gotta watch what happens, right? Let's go to smaller time frame for this.
Order
So
filled.
one contract, let's see how much we can get out of it. Right, right around value area high, right? Risking almost 10 points, which does not make sense. Risking 5 points. We are already up 5 points. Let's see. Let's see if we're profitable in one micro. Then we can trade one mini. Just we're gonna make 10 times the money, right? So we're either gonna make 10 times the money or lose 10 times the money, but let's watch 1 month if we can make that money. If we're profitable on this account. If we are, then just switch it to one mini and you make twice the money. 10 times the money. Some passive buyers coming in a little bit. If I'm trading one mini, then I don't even feel like if I'm trading one micro, then I don't even feel like I'm trading. So that's what you gotta do. Trade with the smallest possible amount, and just if you are profitable in that small amount, and then just 10 times it. If I get comfortable with one micro and I make profit with one micro, if I'm really profitable with one micro, then just switch it to one mini and it's 10 times the profit, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Market is going down like crazy as fuck right now. We're up 10 points, almost 11 points. So, what do we expect now? What do we expect in the market? I think, personally, I think we might take out yesterday's lows and stuff. So, it's better to mark out yesterday's low. Let's mark out yesterday's low. So, yesterday's low is around this point. Because even if you just look at the price, this area is a supply zone, right? Supply zone and a zone of triple resistance, if you know what I'm saying. 1 day rejection, 2 day rejection, and third day rejection. So I do expect the market to go down to this place, right? Now, our stop is in almost break even. Does not matter to us. Now, what we expect is market to take yesterday's low, then we are going to hold on to this trade, right? We are going to hold on to this trade till the market gives us every ounce of profit we have to take, right? Let's see how the order flow is doing, how the passive sellers, passive buyers are performing in the market. So every time market tries to go up, there's some passive sellers, right? Passive sellers, passive sellers. And these passive buyers are trying to pull out, or they're getting completely absorbed. I mean, they're getting completely destroyed. These passive buyers cannot hold on to these sellers, right? So it is expected for the market to go down. All right. Now we're up almost 15 points. I can move my stop to break even at 1 point profit. Let's put at a 1 point profit. Now, just that's all we can do. Just wait and watch. Let's fucking wait and watch, right? That's all trading is. You just wait there and watch till either market fucks up other people or market fucks you over, right? So we're just waiting and watching to get someone fucked, right? Some days you, some days some other people, but everybody's getting losing money and everybody's making money in the market constantly, right? So it's a game of sum and loss. It's a game of win and loss. If you win every time, then you might just be lucky, and the loss is always coming. So don't judge me by my losers. Always judge me by my winners. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, 65, 66s. We're taking it 65, 64s. Let's break 64s. We see a run up to 64 fives again. 64s, we take 64s. Let's take 64s. Let's take 64s. Come on. Alright, we see run up to 66 now. 65 is holding pretty fine now. 65 is holding pretty fine. 65, 25, 65, 64s. We see 64s again. Again, we see run up to 66s. Now we see run up to 67s. 67s. We see run up to 67s. And even to 68s. We see run up to 68s. Now, should I take this 10-point profit or should I hold on to something bigger? That is always a dilemma, right? That is always the hardest choice to make as a trader. So me personally, I like to hold. I don't like to take profit. I mean, I like to take profit, but I don't like to take small profits, right? I don't like to take what when market has to offer more, right? Makes sense? So 65s, 64s. We see 64s again, 64s. All right. 63s, we see 63s. So 64s has been holding after a run up to 60, after a run up to 70s. We see 64s holding down. Let's see, let's see. We're up 16 points, down to 62s, 61s. We see run down to 61s. Now, will we take 61s? Will we take down 60s and move to 50s and potentially to 38s? There's a chance. There's a high chance, right? Because the market is in momentum right now, and we also see some passive sellers come in. Big passive sellers slip at 2 ticks, so 95 lots and 84 lots. So two big passive sellers. I mean, two big aggressive sellers come in. So we see run down to 50s now. 60s would break easily. That's an easy break for 60s, and we should see run down to potentially 55s. Potentially 55s. So let's just wait and watch, right? Let's just wait and watch. Let's not predict the market. Let's react to the market. My stop is in 8 points now, And 8 points ain't bad. 8 points ain't bad. We're down. We're up 11 points, 12 points. Now we see aggressive sellers. My bad. We see aggressive sellers getting completely absorbed at this point of 60s. At 60s, right around 60s. So that indicates also that's a round number. So that indicates might see some buying action coming in, right? So let me move my stop loss in profit, right? If it rejects this place and goes down, then that's a win. If it doesn't, then that's a win too. So let's see. Win is a win, my friend. Win is a win. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see some spams in the chat. Let's see some spams in the chat. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's see some energy in the chat. All right, we're up 16 points again. We're up 16 points again. Now, would we see the rundown to 60s? Is my question. Would we break 60s? We have some aggressive sellers. That indicates sellers are still present in the market. And what about the passive buyers? Do we have some passive buyers? Nah, I don't see too much passive buyers. But we have a lot of aggressive sellers. So, might indicate the market to go lower, right? Might indicate the market to go lower. Also, we saw some aggressive buyers come in, and the CVD completely gave a completely opposite directional thing. Now we have 957 passive buyers in the market at 75.60s. 900. Just think about it. That's a whole fucking amount of contracts. So I think I should consider taking a profit right now. So that's too big of a passive buyer. But our TP is at 15 points. If it takes it out, then it takes us out, right? Does not matter. But if it goes lower, then we have more potential for profit. So a win is still a win, right? A win is still a win. We're up 18 points now. Once we prove profitable in one micro, then it's just a matter of time to make it one mini, right? If you understand what I'm saying. It's not about how much money you make or lose. It's how much points or how much risk to reward you make and how many winning trades you have, how many losing trades you have. So it's a whole bunch of things. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So our win rate is 26%, which is really fucked up. That's the that's probably the lowest win rate I ever had. 26. Damn. Moving our stop loss a little bit, putting it right across this aggressive sellers, right around this point. This is let's go to 1 minute. Yeah, right around this point, right behind these aggressive sellers, right? So will we take? We're up 21 points. So will we take this low? Is my question, right? Think we should take this low, but all right, we're up 25 points right now. From this high, we took a short entry. Our TP is at 17, 18 points, right? 18 points. If we get stopped out, we make 90 bucks. If we do not get stopped out and we take this low, then we make even more. All right. So, but still, it's not about how much money you make. I could just use one mini and I would have been up $1,200 right now. So, once you prove profitable in one micro, just 10x it to one mini. Boombooklat. 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 Oh shit. Got to put up my another topic for the trade. Alright. Boombooklat. We're up 25 points. We're having a 26 point banger. Alright. Alright, we're at 30 points now. We're at 30 points. Let's put our TP to 25 points. Let's go. Let's put our TP to 25 points, which makes us $125 in profit. All right. So we did expect the market to take yesterday's low, so we might just take yesterday's low. Let's put our stop TP to 30 points. 30 points. Let's do 30 points. Yes, sir. Let's do 30 points. That's more than enough. That's a good trade for today, right? That's a good fucking trade. Really nice fucking trade. How much we lost? $76. Not bad. Which makes us 155 in profit. So we have our TP at 30
Order
points.
filled.
And yes, sir. We smacked 30 points. We smacked 30 points today. Right? Right at the market open, we had a big push up to outside of value area, right? We had a push up outside value area high with some aggressive sellers coming in. We took a short and we holded the trade till it went down to almost yesterday's low, which we predicted, and we smacked 30 points. Nothing more better to ask on a nice Tuesday morning, right? So 40 minutes of market open and we're done trading for the day, because I don't think I need another trade. I don't think I need to risk the money I made just now. So this is the PNL. After two losing days, we made one winning day. We had a nice little motion last week, but now we position down, right? If you know what I'm saying. We used to trade 3 contracts, 3 micros. Now we position down to 1 micro. You know why? Because profit doesn't fucking matter. If I make money with 1 micro and I'm profitable with 1 micro, I just need to 10x it to 1 mini to make 10 times the money, right? If I prove profitable with 1 micro, then there's a high amount of chance that I'm gonna be profitable with 1 mini too. All right. So that's the plan. That's the game plan. And yes, sir, we're done for trading today. Done with trading today. Now we'll be back to seeing a little bit and trying out our setups and stuff later on. But for this Tuesday, we are locked out. All right. So yeah, that's it for now. Gonna hit the gym, do some other stuff, work on the software a little bit, and see y'all later. Happy Tuesday, happy trading.